Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Akers. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That's good for Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Go. 280. Mike 58 right there. Let's get the ball.
On first down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing now is Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Jackson. It's Hill, complete. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Switch. Kill. Turn. Hey, kill. Hey, force don't kill.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Play action. Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Richard Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's Jackson dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
First carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They complete it to Hill. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a second down and 2 coming up. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a second down and 2 coming up.
Check 22.
On second down, Pollard. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here we go. 50 to Pittsburgh. Check 50. Let's go. You're not ready. You're not ready. Let's go. Let's go.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
That's it, baby. We're going to run.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
53 at the mic.
On second and 11 now. Jackson, he finds Austin complete, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, check 20, go. Check 24.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Let's go, let's go.
Jackson will keep it, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That one 28 yards on the ground. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
It's caught by Jackson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A nice gain of 21 yards. Into the red zone. Wentz. As Sanders has it poked free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. A lot of times we talk about being opportunistic as a defense as a whole. Right now it's becoming just one guy on this defense.
And he is doing such a fantastic job because everyone emphasizes taking the ball away, going after the football. But some people just have a special knack for it. He forced 2 fumbles last week, and there he forces another one in this game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Jackson now steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Completes it to Austin. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Slam. Check 31. Check 31. Come on now. Come on. Wait up.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then you've got to look at that play sheet. and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down now, Pollard trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, Jackson, and he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here we go, here we go. Check, 47.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from the 1. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Let's go.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check, ram. Check out.
On second down, Akers. He's got a first down of inside the midfield and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Pollard again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, open man is Hill. He's got it. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fire this one quickly to Austin. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now it's Jackson being chased out left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 24, check 24.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Wentz now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now they'll run on the draw. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Check.
On third down, Akers. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Wentz. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wentz now on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the screen. Kill.
Now they'll run on the draw. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To throw is Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On first down, Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Let's go right here.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Slam. Watch out. Kill. Run. 36.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 26-yard line.
Bang, 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 bang. Check 52.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 20-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard, 82 yards, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Aguilar has it. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wentz to throw. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Sanders has got it complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd and long. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.